It's true. So while we're speaking of
viewers,
big purchases and all that stuff, finally got a PlayStation 5, guys. It feels great. Feels good.
Where's
it
the
only
anime
took
web
a
button?
lot of
months, a lot of failures. A couple times I had them in the
You
cart.
still paid a fucking ass ton for it.
Yeah, but so I hate it, but like, everyone at this point knows there's a couple places to go. Wario64, of course, always posting out the links, and I creep on it, but a lot of it's like during the day when I'm at work and stuff, and I just haven't been able to. But I saw it on my lunch break that it was going to come up, and so I, made sure to get in there, and I did it through GameStop, which you had to be a like Power Up Pro member or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, and I recently like re-upped on it for whatever
Power
reason.
Up Pro. What do you get for that?
It's
Points
like,
and
you
shit,
get
or-
like a Game Informer and more points and discounts, and like you get,
How much is that?
I don't know, not much. Otherwise, I wouldn't have signed up. I don't remember. I feel like it's really cheap. I can't remember. But I was tired of them always asking me when I go in and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that is annoying.
So I was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. I don't even go that much. But then I was like, yeah, let me get in on this. And I had to get one of their bundles, which is why it was so expensive. But everything's MSRP.
What's included?
So I got PS5, of course. You get an extra controller, which...
Disc version.
Yeah, the disc version. Probably didn't need the controller extra right away, but like it's nice to just have it. And then I got Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, sick. The Spider-Man Ultimate Edition, which comes with Miles Morales and the like PS5 version of Spider-Man, which was a great game. And I got a year of PlayStation Plus, which
hey,
For the grand total of...
it was like $800 after taxes. Like $800. But again, it was all MSRP, so it was like whatever. I would have bought Ratchet. Spider-Man, I probably would have just bought Miles Morales. I'd end up buying the controller. At some point, I'll probably buy PlayStation Plus again if I... So...
Is it the same... you might have said it. Is it the same price as
Yes.
If you just bought everything?
Yes.
Okay.
So
And there's no discount?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like, it sucks, but they're just trying to sell more stuff. And I get that. Everything right now is... Well, not everything. A lot of places are doing that. GameStop's just known for it. So fuck them. But they got me a PlayStation 5. And
it's here.
I got it before we left to go to the Bay for the weekend. So I got a couple hours in that day and a couple hours in yesterday.
Just playing
Ratchet and Clank looks really good. Like,
dude, I'm so...
I've never played any of them.
Dude, they're good fucking games.
Yeah.
It's visually impressive, number one, and it looked like it could be fun. I don't know. I'm not buying a PS5 though.
How loud is it, the console?
I can
Is there
really
some
hear
fan
it, but it
speed?
was like under the TV. I wasn't that close.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
didn't
Where'd you
even-
put it? Upright?
Well,
He put it on the TV in the living room for now.
I was trying to
okay.
show it off. But,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, I mean, it's massive, dude. It's like no shit like that big. It's fucking humongous.
Yeah.
Which is what everyone saw and knew, but I put it sideways under the TV. But I mean,
It's
I really
humongous.
haven't done like shit with it yet, other than play Ratchet and Clank. But it is really fast. The game looks awesome. Sean was saying like the draw distance, the colors. I mean, I got the option for a lot of games coming out on these consoles is like you can play it in 4K, probably 30 FPS, or you can let it do doesn't tell you, but lower resolution, 60 FPS, and you can do it like with or without ray tracing in Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, not Size Matters. That was the PSP one, and it was fun. I mean, Sean unfortunately saw me getting my ass handed to me in the arena yesterday, so that wasn't super fun for anyone to watch. But the game has been cool, and it's so fast, and like loading between areas and stuff is like you see the ship go, and you're basically there. Like it's not, I don't know. I was just blown away when I loaded it up. That's the only reason I want to try Spider-Man is
Snappy.
those were like sometimes like minute-long loading screens, and I'm interested to see how fast it is. Because that was like one of the first things they demoed.
That's right. I forgot about that. That's right.
Yeah. So I honestly at this point don't really have enough to say that's like crazy yet. But
I've
I
only had it for a little bit of time.
yeah, I mean I played like maybe 6 hours or something. But I did also go ahead and buy Demon Souls remastered or remake, I guess, because it's discounted right now, and I know I want to play it, but I haven't put it in yet because I told Sean if I put it in, I'm afraid that's all I'm gonna want to play for the next like week. So I want to try other stuff. Yeah.
Are you playing in 4K or are you playing lower?
I tried the 4K, but the 30 FPS was like in an action game like that, I was like, let me try, and it looks a lot better at 60. But I kept the ray tracing on, and I mean, it looks really good. The cutscenes are insane. We're saying everyone's saying how it's like a Pixar movie.
It looks incredible.
Yeah, it looks nice.
But I was honestly, even from seeing the
Insomniac.
trailers and things, when I loaded it up on the the big TV sitting there playing, like felt pretty magical. Honestly, like it looked really good, and the cutscenes looked really good. And then when you actually get into the game, it's like one of those things where it is probably lower res models, but the way that it's pretty seamless in and out of the cutscenes for the most part. Um, we're obviously way past PS1 2 days where the cutscenes were these crazy cinematics, and then you go in and see this like shit ass fucking character model. But to me, it's still surprising sometimes when you get out of that and the character looks exactly the same as what you just saw, just like you're further away, so they can make it look
The
worse,
field of
probably.
view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's cool. I'm really excited to play some other stuff. Everyone jokes what games are out on PlayStation. Not allowed out on either
Dude,
console.
Sackboy.
Well, honestly, it looks okay. But
honestly, if I had a PS5, that'd be one of the first things I'd download.
All of them come pre-installed with the Astro's Playroom, which we tried out on our stepdad's console, was when he got it, and we just played like a little bit, and it's pretty cool. It does a good job of showing like all the features of the controller. That's really why it's packed in.
That haptic trigger is like honestly pretty mind blowing.
It's got
like,
some weight to it when
it feels like it's harder to press in. They were saying like for shooting games that it could be like you could lock your gun could get locked or jammed and you wouldn't be able to pull the trigger anymore.
So the dev
resistance
can mess with that.
When you're like in Ratchet and Clank, all the guns have basically a half press and a full press, and you can feel the resistance you have to push past to get the full press.
Dude, it's such a smart way to make the game more immersive.
So like the pistol, you can just press it in and it'll do like a one shot. But if you press past that and hold it down, it's like and inaccurate and all that stuff. Or the shotgun, it's double barrel, so you can pull it one or you can just jam it all the way in and it'll shoot both of them real quick. So
it's so dope. It's really smart.
And the whole thing, HD rumble on the Switch controllers. This basically has HD rumble in the whole controller. So when you load up Ratchet and Clank, you're playing through, and first cutscene as ships are like flying by, you can feel it vibrating in that part of the controller. And I have to go back there now that I got the ability to travel between the worlds I've been to since I've played it enough, I guess. There's a nightclub you go to like at the beginning of the game looking for some answers, and you're just walking through. At first it's kind of like not really scripted, but it's one of those where you can't just like run. You lose a little bit of control.
Yeah.
Ratchet's walking through looking for someone. And as you get closer, the rumble on it gets like more intense. And when you get in the nightclub, like the rumbling matches the beat of the song. And it was so cool because it was certain parts of it where like would it go to the drop and then the controller kind of just like fades out and then it comes back in, and it was really neat.
Dude, they have really invested a lot of like R&D into that controller. I'm really impressed by what you're telling me. I've heard a little bit about it. I've really only heard about the triggers, but
the rumble's cool. I mean, the touchpad like had it on the PS4 and like it's kind of gimmicky. I'm sure some games maybe will make use of it, but the one thing I think is neat, it does have a built-in mic now, which is like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure I heard it can record when you get a trophy, like achievement in a game, it'll record sound so that if you're like, oh, hell yeah, it like records that. I haven't seen that. I don't know, but there's speakers in the controller, and there was on the PS4 also, but the speakers on the PS4 were like really empty, like tinny sounding, like they weren't good. Yeah. And even these sound like better. I mean, it's not like you're gonna bump music on it, but when the sound effects came through, I was like, oh, that didn't sound like ass like everything on the PlayStation 4 did. So it's cool. And even like Microsoft's like, we're looking at what they did and trying to, see if we should do something like that. Because right now with games improving graphically and stuff, that's cool. But controllers and things like VR are really going to be what change how games are played. Like a controller, even something as simple as the triggers being resistant is a neat idea. The only other thing I'll say too is I will probably try it, but I want to get one for the computer. They did like announce they're working on the like sequel to the PlayStation VR, whatever that is going to look like. So,
PSVR 2.
they're doing a good thing trying to like bring that into homes and make it like more of something people are familiar with and can get on board with. Because right now,
Yeah.
like it's a PC gaming thing still. Like people did buy the PlayStation VR, but there's only a handful of things for
Yeah.
it. So once they come out with something and maybe get, not Half-Life Alex, but something cool for it, it would be neat to see how that changes things. But one day,
Yeah, man, I'm a little jealous to be honest. I know
mean-
there's not really any game I really want to dying to play, but it's still nice to own.
yeah, I mean,
Um,
there's some other stuff I want to get, like Returnal, but apparently it's pretty short. It's like a third-person shooter roguelite game. There's stuff coming out. Horizon Forbidden West is delayed. God of War is delayed. All this stuff, but you can play mine. I want to leave it out in the living room for a bit at least for you to, to peep.